Hello, my name's Toby Thompson. I'm here today with Senior Lecturer in Economics John Glen. John, I must say, first of all, it's good to beat the Aussies. Sorry if you're Australian and you're watching this.
Always good to beat them.
This thing. How is that going to benefit the sport in general, and what impact will that have, that winning?
In terms of the sport in general, I think obviously there's an amount of euphoria around the win. This is going to bring people back to the sport in terms of their willingness to go and watch games. We have a situation in the summer where the currently #1 ranked Test team India are coming to England. There's an enormous Indian diaspora in the United Kingdom. There's an enormous amount of enthusiasm now for English cricket, so you can expect gate revenues to be very, very large in the summer. A lot of demand for both the Test form of the game and the one-day and 2020 games.
Massive impact on the value and the worth of players, presumably.
Yes, I mean, over the last weekend we've just seen the IPL auctions, and we have to be very, very careful about how we interpret the value of players. Obviously, successful players are going to be attractive to sponsors. People like hanging watches off very, very successful sportsmen. They like them to drive their cars, and obviously this will benefit those players who've been in a successful team. But also at the same time, there is an issue around the extent to which excellence in performance in a Test arena then generates value in the 2020 form of the game. So at the weekend we saw Kevin Pietersen, who was ranked as one of the highest potentially earning players in the IPL, probably attracting what he might think is a disappointing offer for his services of only $650,000.
Incredible. And so presumably ticket sales will increase massively over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, I know that the England-Wales Cricket Board are looking at, for the Test match, ticket prices around £50 to £70. You can expect that the series in the summer will probably be sold out, an enormous amount of revenue coming into the game. I think there is an issue, given the economic times that we exist in, that the England-Wales Cricket Board are not seen to be exploiting that excessive amount of demand. Austerity is a word that is bandied about a lot. So whether they can do clever things with their ticket pricing to make sure that lower income fans can get in and younger people can get in to see the game, as well as making sure that they get revenues which support the general development of the game in its broadest context.
Speaking of that young generation, this is the first series just gone that has really benefited from the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube thing. How has that impacted?
Yeah, it's been an enormous story around the current Ashes or the recent Ashes series. You've seen individual players like Graham Swan who've employed Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. I think one of his YouTube postings has had 750,000 hits. I think it's an enormous opportunity both for the individual players and for the authorities to use that media both to create interest in the game and obviously further down the line to see how they can use that the momentum, the interest that is created around that media and monetize it to the benefit of both the players and the game at large.
And so what about participation? Surely we should see an increase in participation from kids and coming up in through the game. How does that impact?
It's an enormous opportunity both for the cricket boards to encourage people to play, but also for broader sports bodies like Sports England. It creates an amount of enthusiasm around an individual sport. We all like to be associated with success, and that then gives them, again, an amount of momentum to take their strategies forward in order to encourage participation, in this instance in cricket, but obviously in sport much more generally.
And very briefly, on TV rights, what's the picture painted there?
Well, we have a situation where England are currently locked into a deal with Sky to 2013. I would imagine that Sky, along with some of the sponsors who've supported Sky's coverage, people like Vodafone and Jaguar, are very, very pleased with what's happened in the last 2 months to 10 weeks. I think going forward that the maintenance of a successful England team can only help the negotiating position of the cricket authorities when those rights come up for renegotiation.
John Glen, thank you very much indeed for your time today.
Thank you.